Hey there, everybody. It's Denise Salcedo. Welcome back to the UpNext Fighting YouTube channel. Standing with me right now is the matchmaker for the amateurs here at UpNext, Ryan Buckner. Ryan, you got the title, man, but you're working, you're hustling, you're making things happen. First and foremost, I want to ask you about, putting together these fights. And we have a big event coming up on both May 13th and May 14th, which is for the amateurs, and then we also got the pros. Talk to us about the two upcoming events.
Yeah, I mean the double header we're having. I think the main thing is we want to keep all of our guys very active. Make sure they have a time and place to perform. We're here at Content Day today to make sure we get content of them so we can promote them. So I think, you know, we're putting in a lot of effort to just make sure that we keep these matches going for them and they stay active.
Exactly. And I do want to talk to you about, because you are the matchmaker for the amateurs, what is what's your technique? What's your process like in terms of, getting guys on the card, piecing who's going to fight who? Talk to us about that process and a little bit about what goes behind that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I'm matching these guys up, I really look for at their skill level and see what fight they need in their career at the moment, right? If I have a debut guy, I'm usually putting him up against another debut guy. I could have a 2-0 guy with 2 finishes that looks amazing. I think it's time he needs to get a tougher test and really be tested, because in the amateurs, right, like I'm trying to groom these guys to have a good professional career once they take that next step. So, trying to put them through tough fights, but good fights for them at the same time. So, yeah.
And you mentioned, taking them to that next step, but that also is here at UNF. You can also be, make your pro debut and do all of that. Like you mentioned, the doubleheader show, we're going to be seeing two types of talent. For you, how do you make sure that you get the talent to that next level?
Right. Well, we actually just signed around 8 guys to a 3-fight deal, professional fighters. But it all starts in our amateur division. We're showing them the ropes. We're putting them on pro-am cards where they get to fight with guys like Gulo and Taco Padilla and see how they act and their mannerisms and all that. So they get that little piece. And then, as amateurs, we're grooming them to be the best professionals as possible. So, our plan is to have these amateurs fight for us, have a good amateur career. As soon as they go pro, to also sign with us and have a home with UNF.
How exciting is it for you, especially as someone who's so heavily involved in UpNext Fighting, and for you to see these guys be able to get signed and call UpNext Fighting a home and seeing their reactions? What's that been like for you?
Honestly, it's been great. I mean, the smiles on their faces and how happy they are to know they have a home and they know they have a promotion that has their back and it's going to promote them. And we have that same goal. Until we become one of the bigger promotions in the world, we want these guys to get to the big show where they can make a real living and do really good with their future, right? So, it's awesome to see how happy they are and that they know we have their back, and we're pushing their careers just like they are.
That's really awesome. Well, Ryan, it was nice to chat with you once again. And I guess my last question for you is, tell the people where they can get the tickets, where they can find out how they can get and watch UNF.
Yeah, you can get tickets at upnextfighting.com. We will have a pay-per-view stream for both events on starfun.stream. To stay up to date on anything, just visit our socials at UpNextFighting, and yeah, there you go.
Ryan Buckner, everyone.